All right, so we're on to another great exercise of our routine. This one is known as a stiff-legged or Romanian style deadlift. Now I'm going to demonstrate the exercise utilizing a kettlebell, but you also have the other options of having a pair of dumbbells outside of your thighs, and you can also set up using a barbell. Typically all the cues, the major cues anyways, are going to be about the same. So stick with me throughout the entire video and let's make sure we get this great exercise right. The reason why I chose the stiff-legged deadlift, which looks like this more so from the side, is because it's an exercise that engages the glutes and the hamstring, whereas your conventional style deadlift, where you're typically pulling with the knees bent, ends up being more of a quad dominant exercise. And since I've already chosen some other exercises that work the front side of the body, we really need to cue in and pick up on that missing link known as the glutes and the hamstrings. So with the kettlebell on the floor, you want to make sure that you set up in a shoulder width position for your hips and keep the toes pointing straight ahead. When you approach the kettlebell, make sure that the kettlebell is lined up with the logo of the shoes, or typically the middle of the shoe. Squat to bend down. With an overhand grip, you're just going to simply stand up nice and tall. Now before you perform the exercise, make sure you're engaging the core muscles in the front and make sure you're trying to tighten or squeeze down the muscles underneath the armpits. Think about squeezing juice out of a grapefruit. That typically helps a lot of people there as well. Now you can perform the exercise with the knees totally locked out, or you can even have a slight bend in the knee. The choice is yours. All you want to do is make sure that when you tip your torso forward, you're keeping the kettlebell in line or down along the thighs, going down as far as you can. And then when you stand up tall, think about bringing your torso or your chest back up to the starting position. You want to also make sure that you're driving your hips forward and squeezing the glutes as hard as you can at the very top of the exercise. Don't just go through the motions. Think about what you need to do to engage all those muscles while you work through this awesome exercise. Now to show you from the side view, we'll start with the kettlebell on the floor. Again, make sure that the horns are in line with the logo. Squat down, engage those lat muscles underneath the armpits. Stand up tall by driving your feet into the floor, and you're just going to tip forward. That is called a hip hinge. That's what makes it more of a hip dominant position. And then drive forward forcefully and squeeze the glutes at the very top. Give that exercise a shot. I'll have some different modifications for you as well.